Hello. How are we doing today? I hope you are doing fabulous. We have in the chat Jens. Good evening, Jens, saying hello, everybody. Okay, okay. How are you doing, Jens? Please reply to me while I am away for just a little moment. I need to get battery. Okay, so as per usual, in my studio with me are Stefan and Ugarte. They are here with me to support the Ukrainian people, of course, as as are my viewers. Jens is a bit annoyed, noisy neighbor. Well, the not noisy neighbors are irritating to say the least. I surely, I surely, I hope more people would actually show up today for this stream because uh, this is as I said, a charity uh, live stream. Um, so what I'm planning, or what I've actually promised to do, is that I'll set up a charity. I will tonight I will open a charity project, if you will, and I will collect money for charity for 1 week until next week, Friday, for the Random Friday episode, and all the money that has been donated to my PayPal will be um, directly donated to the Red Cross. Initially, I indicated the Finnish Red Cross, but I have made a change in plans, and all the donations will go to the International Red Cross, for the Ukraine crisis funding. All the money will go here to the International Red Cross, the ICRC. Okay, and every single cent, penny will go direct. Every single cent slash penny donated will go directly to the International Red Cross. Every single cent, penny, yen, uh, whatever other currencies there are, and the UK pound, US dollar, every single cent, every single dime will go directly to the International Red Cross. All the donations, if the currency of the donation is some other currency other than euro, all the donations will be converted to euros. For example, from the British pound, or if someone donates 10 British pounds or 10 US dollars, that will be converted to euros, and the amount that adds up in euros will be counted up, and the donation will be in euros, just for clarity. Okay, and in momentarily I will check the votes for the vote. Oh, I asked people on my Discord servers, the LGBT plus safe space server, as well as the my channel server as to which charity I would donate to. The options were the Red Cross or UNICEF. So, in a moment, I will tell you that the results. But before, I have two beers today. The first one here is called Duvel 666.
Help! Let me out! Out! I want out! Now!
Mm-hmm. Yes, this is Duvel, Belgian beer. It's I think it's a lager, strong lager. It's 66.6. Comes from the fact that it's 66.6% alcohol per volume. That wasn't, yeah. Let me get this something. Excuse me. Okay, yes. I just need to get this.
Help! Let me out! Out! I want out!
That was something that charming Mr. 42 made for me. And I just had, I was a bit maybe too preoccupied to get it fixed. Yeah. So that's why it was a bit over the screen. But that's the spooky computer thing, you know. Anyway, let's see which charity we will be going for. On the LGBT plus safe space, we have the Red Cross with 2 votes, and on the channel server, 3 votes to Red Cross, 1 for UNICEF. But so the target of donations will be therefore the International Red Cross. Anyway, so the International Red Cross will receive the payment in 1 week from now. So the charity collection will continue until next week, Friday, 9:20 p.m. UK time. So that is 20 minutes into the next Friday live show. The collection will end, and then the total amount will be published then. Okay. So the link to my PayPal is in the description box down below. And while you are in down there, just leave a like. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so now. But yeah, I believe Jens has already, at least I hope he has subscribed. Okay, we have what we have. So anyway, the PayPal is also for one-time donations. in outside of the fundraiser. Outside of the fundraiser, it's the one-time donations, and for monthly donations from €3 up, or the equivalent in your own currency, will be available on Patreon. That is patreon.com/Heidi's Corner. And that will immensely help me grow my channel if the more monthly donators I get. I would be very, very highly grateful for if I could get more patrons. As of right now, the only patron I have is Flems, and big thumbs up to Flems. I really highly appreciate each and every moment Flems is my patron. Okay. Okay. The Patreon, for those who haven't seen it, what it looks like, it's like this. Okay. There is Unicorn Brew for and there. Okay. Discord reward, you can get Discord benefits are included in each and every one of my Patreon tiers. You get access to the tier equivalent or tier corresponding sections that are not available to others, and you'll be able to chat with others of your tier. And yeah, you'll get Patreon shoutouts on my live shows, and of course in the description box as well. And then Patreon only updates. Yeah, live shows, Discords, Patreon only, etc. And from €10 up, you can get very exclusive fan request. You can request a topic from me to make a live stream on. Okay, and you'll get for Biscuit Guardians €20 a month. You'll also get the monthly Q&A sessions with me and a private live chat, and of course you can get monthly Zoom calls with me and patron and highest tier live streams and powered votes on my subject, on what I do, and Q&As, live chats, etc. Okay, so that is what my Patreon looks like. There may be updates in the future. Probably will, but this is what you get for 3, 5, 10, 20, and €30 a month. I may or may not add something in the future, and I'll probably update the tiers anyway. Okay, what do we have? Okay, this is the NPR article that I went through. I think it was last Friday. So the LGBTQ refugees, they have the internal, intra-Ukrainian refugees, the trans people face huge issues because, for example, trans women and non-binary people who were assigned male at birth are still legally. There is the possibility of reassigning your gender, or the legal gender marker, is very difficult or next to impossible. So they're stuck. Trans women who may have already fully transitioned must stay there and fight because they are still legally male, which is just so wrong on so many levels. I just don't get it. Horrible. So there are certain things that I feel like I should talk about, but I just fear that certain words may trigger the YouTube algorithm to take my shit down. But I just want to talk about the leadership. I don't typically talk about politics. Uh, well, I do, but to the degree that would affect my channel. But this is something. Well, talking about the um, transphobic idiots who think that taking the Bible literally in the 21st century is a good idea, and hence oppress people on that, do censorship, cause teenagers to kill themselves, uh, and, and such is something completely different from um, actually being someone like Putin, who, well, the US presidents have started wars. That is a fact. Um, it's no secret. The Finnish president, Sauli Niinistö, recently in their press conference together, when the U.S. President Joe Biden relayed or reiterated the sentiment of his colleague or the former President Barack Obama, that if everyone conducted uh, their defense policies and all that the same way as the Nordic countries, we wouldn't have wars. And our president, a charming man, said, "Yeah, well, at least we don't start wars." And then Joe Biden went all quiet, all awkward and quiet, and changed the subject immediately. But still, but yet we do not see the same kind of leadership in Russia, because it's worse than what the US politics has ever been. Because now it was just on the news just before I went live. There was news that President Putin has fired his entire staff because he's afraid of being poisoned. He's replaced all his service staff because he's afraid of being poisoned. Where have I heard that one before? Which leaders uh, are afraid of being poisoned and change their staff? Yeah, the dictators. The dictators. We see that with we've seen that with Stalin. We've seen that with North Korea. They're so paranoid, getting poisoned and shit. You know, that they just kill get people killed. They get people fired the entire staff. They're paranoid, losing power, and still people support him in Russia, or at least they appear to be. Whether they truly believe it, I don't know. Whether it's just the the sort of that they just repeat the mantra. Uh, just tell yourself, just keep telling yourself it's Jesus until you believe it. That's how it works. So in religion, maybe there's just maybe something like this happens in many places in Russia, that they just, because they have to, because there will be consequences, probably consequences. Of course, there are a lot of those who truly believe, but then there are those who just repeat the mantra, like believe Putin is good. Tell yourself Putin is good until you believe it, which is kind of sad. Really, sad. But I do believe many Russians truly believe what Putin says. So, Jens, what do you gather? What do you think about all this shit going on? Okay. So, what? Okay. We have only one viewer. Why do we have only? We've been missing pizza for a while. Germany 1933, Russia 2022. Okay. Okay. Where do I have it? Okay. I need to check, because I have a an interesting meme regarding this. This actual matter. Oh yeah, where do I have this? Because I do know I do have it somewhere. More like 1939. Yeah. Yeah, this is like more. Yeah, like 1939 Germany. Yeah. Yeah. I can't find it. Find this. Okay. I may or may not have lost it, because I am absolutely 100% sure that I do have it somewhere. Yeah, there's a meme of Putin saying, "I really like 50 Cent," or as we call him in Russia, 4 million ruble. Okay, there have been these huge peace demonstrations in Finland. Have there been big? Yeah, there was actually a concert in Moscow. In Moscow, that they had a concert, or quote unquote concert. It was a celebration of the, I think, 8th anniversary of the invasion of Crimea. There were tens of thousands of people watching Putin spew hateful shit in a football stadium where they held, I think it was the World Cup, or the World Cup competitions in Moscow. It was a huge huge deal, and there were tens of thousands of people. And due to what Kreml says it was a technical fault, technical failure, or technical fault, the Russian state TV cut in the middle of Putin's speech and went to broadcasting the nationalistic music the band was playing earlier, like 5 minutes earlier, and they missed the entire speech from the Russian national TV, which is highly state censored. So someone at this TV station fucked up real good, or it was uh, accidents. So who knows? I can't find it, but it was actually funny. Okay. Yes, it's Olympic Games 1936 now in Russia. It was in Berlin, right? In 1936. I would assuming from the context, it's 1936 was in Berlin. Okay. Okay. A technician stumbling over an important cable, perhaps. Could be. Okay. Loser flags throughout history. We have all interesting flags. Okay, I'm gonna hide it because I'm gonna get banned from YouTube for showing that. Okay. Would it be do I remember correctly that you, Jens, you live in Germany? Uh, Regardless of country of origin, you're in Central Europe. What is the situation currently in regarding the refugees from Ukraine? As I understand it, there has been over 3 million leaving the country, or at least two, 3 million, and then 2 million within have relocated within the borders of Ukraine. So what's the situation where you live? We've had a few none in your neck of the woods yet. Okay, there have been Ukrainian uh, refugees where I live. In Helsinki. We are Helsinki is the capital, and we have the big harbors. There have been charter buses that have left Finland with uh, aid supplies. They've crossed the Gulf of Finland by boat to Tallinn, and then driven through the Baltics from Tallinn to the Polish-Ukrainian border, picked up people and come back, because the only city where they can really come to Finland, that would be where could get to Finland by any other way than flying would be Helsinki, because otherwise you'd have to go through Sweden, through from Hungary or Poland to Germany, Denmark, Sweden, and then by boat you could get to Turku or Helsinki, but that would take a few days. So that's why they come from the Polish-Ukrainian border straight to Tallinn, and across the Gulf of Finland. It's just 80 kilometers or so. So it takes just 3 hours. It takes 3 hours, 2.5, 3 hours, 3 hours to get from port to port. If you have a fast enough boat. So we do have some Ukrainian refugees in Finland now. A few dozen, I think. So, and there are elsewhere, maybe, I'm not sure, but at least in the Helsinki metropolitan area, well, we have the Ukrainian refugees. So but the Ukrainian crisis it's just absolutely nuts. I don't get it. I don't understand how anyone can justify these sorts of things. And you may or may not have seen the picture of a very pregnant woman being carried on a stretcher by rescuers. She had come when when the Russians bombed the maternity and pediatric hospital in Mariupol. She had come there to give birth, but then they bombed. Russians bombed the hospital. Children died. The babies, the mothers, staff, 17 in total died. You've seen the pictures, read the tweets, watched the video. Yeah, the mother and the child died. The mother had huge injuries. She had shattered pelvis, and her one hip joint was somewhere completely different where it was supposed to be. They tried to perform a C-section, but the baby, when she died, and they tried to perform a C-section, but the baby died as well. That just infuriated. Just that made my blood boil. It really did. The entire war situation there had already boiled my blood, but that was just too much. Just too much. Way too much. Just the US President Joe Biden and a number of other world leaders, namely from the Western world, have called out, and especially Joe Biden most clearly said that Putin and the Russian troops have committed war crimes, and that Putin is a war criminal, which I think he is. Jens says, my maternal grandmother was born in Ukraine. My maternal grandfather in Siberia. My mother in Uzbekistan. That half of my family fled from Holodomor and ended up in Germany. What, if I may ask, what is Holodomor? Is it like a Holocaust? Is some Ukrainian or Uzbek word for Holocaust? Or some Soviet Soviet era persecution, form of persecution. (1932) in Ukraine, Soviet hunger. Okay. They may face hunger in Ukraine again because they are missing one harvest season due to the war we have now going on. Just the USSR started Ukraine. Yes, they did. They did, and many other places, unfortunately, but especially Ukraine. Just for shits and giggles, I have to try because I resized the. I need to go off topic to test this once more.
Help! Let me.
Okay, that was.
Help! Let me out! Out! I want out! No.
Close enough. I didn't really have time to too much to get that resized on the screen on the little screen there. But yes. Anyway, okay, so okay, I need to go get another beer. I have another one there. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so due to some hitherto unknown reasons, my stream deck has stopped working. The Elgato stream deck that I'm using stopped working for some reason. Why? Why just now, you know, in midstream, you get Elgato. Okay, whatever. Okay, whatever. Come on, just right now, please. I'm sorry. whatever. I'll fix it later. Now, oops, is Castel Rouge, which is cherry beer. It has hang on, how much does it? 8% alcohol per volume. I have a very good, very good. Do you, if you, Jens, if you drink, do you prefer what type of beer? If you drink beer, what type of beer do you prefer? As you may have noticed, I drink while I stream. I stream only Belgian beers, almost exclusively Belgian beers, and those beers tend to be these stronger ones. Hardly any. I don't think I've ever. Well, never have I ever. But Keller beer. Oh, okay. Not familiar with that particular brew. Not that particular brew, but hey, what do I know? What do I know? What do I know? What do I know? Okay, is that like lager? Is that, or what type of beer is that? Please reply. I don't want to put. Is the beer with most yeast tapped in the brewing cellar? Okay. I don't want to put you on hold. I'll just try to fix something on the run. Okay. I decided to unplug the. So would that Keller beer, that cellar beer would it be strong beers? Okay, now it works. Okay, I just had to unplug my stream deck. So would it be strong as hell? So is that Keller beer? Is that a particular type of beer, or is it like like lagers, porter, IPA? What kind of beer type would that be, or is it beer type on its own right? Strongish, but very filling. Okay, as many German beers are, I would assume. Oh, don't to visit Oktoberfest once in a. It's a type. Okay, not a brand. Okay, okay. Anyway, we are off on a tangent from the Ukrainian crisis. Anyway, those watching home or wherever you are, join us, Stefan, Bertil, me, Jens, and everyone, the entire Western world, the entire civilized world that is, in the fight for saving Ukraine, and the more than anything, the Ukrainian people. Jens says, "You want to visit the brewery sometimes? Okay, with guided tour and beer tasting. That would be actually a great idea. I'll remember that. Anyway, join me and millions of others in the shop to fight in the fight to defend and support the Ukrainian people. With the link, the PayPal link, you can donate money to my fundraiser, and all the money donated by the end of the fundraiser, which is next week, Friday, March 25th. March 25th, next week, Friday, 9 p.m., 9:20 p.m. UK time, the fundraiser ends. Donate to my Patreon, and then after the fundraiser is over, I will donate every single penny, cent, dime to the charity. To the charity chosen by my community, which is the Red Cross. It will go to the International Red Cross. I hope to get as much as possible to donate, and I will then, of course, provide a receipt.
Help! Let me out! Out! I want out! Now!
Okay. With that, I myself, Bertil, and Stefan will say goodbye for tonight. Click the links. Thank you, Jens, for being here tonight. Thank you, Flems, for being my patron, and I will see you on Monday for another episode of Culture Corner. I will see you then. Bye.